Dame Esther Rantzen. Never thought she'd be here as she makes devastating plea. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe. Now this start video. Dame Esther Rantzen gave an interview to Good Morning Britain today ahead of the MPs debating the assisted dying bill. Dame Esther Rantzen has expressed her surprise at still being alive as MPs prepare to debate the assisted dying bill today. The renowned journalist and television presenter is backing the bill, which is set to be discussed in the House of Commons later today, having joined dignitaries following her terminal lung cancer diagnosis. Appearing on Good Morning Britain, she told host Paul Brand, "What is happening at the moment is compelling people to have really agonizing deaths. Someone in agony, with pain no palliative care can ease, becomes a terribly, terribly tragic memory. Overwhelms other happier memories. The law at the moment is a mess, and it's cruel. You'll remember that Sir Keir Starmer said to me that he hoped I would be able to see the debate, but I never thought that was possible. The terminally ill adults, end of life bill is being debated by members of Parliament today, which would permit certain individuals to have a medically assisted death. Under the proposed legislation, those with a terminal diagnosis and an expected lifespan of 6 months or less could seek assistance to end their life, subject to the agreement of 2 doctors and a High Court judge, reports The Mirror. Labour MP Kim Leadbeater is leading the bill, with Dame Esther having previously told the MP, "I would much rather be able to die in my own home surrounded by people who are close to me. But that choice won't be open to me because even if we get a yes vote in this debate, you can't get through the next stage in under a year. And my miracle drug is working jolly hard, but I can't expect it to keep me alive for a year." Dame Esther lamented that under current UK laws, she would have no choice but to journey to Switzerland alone for her final moments. She highlighted the risk of prosecution her family would face for accompanying her, as they could be charged with assisting her death. She has previously condemned the existing legislation as terrible and cruel. In a heartfelt declaration earlier this year, she revealed she was experiencing her last spring, constantly contemplating her mortality. "I'm watching the spring flowers come out, thinking, this is probably my last spring. When I talk to my grandchildren when they come and visit me, I'm very aware these moments are precious. They may be the last memories they have of me. My own death is constantly in my mind. It would give me so much confidence if I could also know that however the illness progresses, whatever pain it causes, wherever it strikes me next, I will still have the choices of a pain-free, dignified private death surrounded by the people I love." Today, we're discussing the emotional and powerful interview Dame Esther Rantzen gave on Good Morning Britain as the UK Parliament prepares to debate the assisted dying bill. Her plea is deeply personal, as she reflects on her terminal diagnosis, her unexpected survival, and her unwavering belief in the need for change. A fight for dignity amid a terminal diagnosis. Dame Esther Rantzen, a beloved journalist and television presenter, has long been a voice for compassion and justice. Diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, she now faces the stark reality of her own mortality. In her interview, Dame Esther expressed genuine surprise at still being alive, sharing, "What is happening at the moment is compelling people to have really agonizing deaths. The law at the moment is a mess, and it's cruel." Her words resonate with many, especially those who have witnessed loved ones endure prolonged suffering. Despite her own grim prognosis, she remains committed to advocating for the assisted dying bill, a cause that has become deeply personal. The bill at the center of debate. The terminally ill adults, end of life bill, led by Labour MP Kim Leadbeater, seeks to provide terminally ill patients with the option of a medically assisted death. The legislation outlines strict conditions. The individual must have a terminal diagnosis with a life expectancy of 6 months or less. 2 doctors and a High Court judge must approve the request. For Dame Esther, this bill represents hope, not just for herself, but for countless others facing terminal illnesses. She poignantly stated, "I would much rather be able to die in my own home surrounded by people who are close to me." Our hope is that the law will change in time to grant her this choice, though she acknowledges the likelihood is slim. A heartbreaking reality. The journey to Switzerland. Without legal options in the UK, Dame Esther has joined Dignitas, a Swiss organization offering assisted dying. However, the prospect of traveling to Switzerland alone for her final moments weighs heavily on her. She highlighted the cruel irony of UK law. "Even if my family were to accompany me, they would risk prosecution for assisting in my death." This legal threat is a profound source of pain. Instead of spending her last moments surrounded by loved ones, Dame Esther may be forced into isolation to spare her family from potential legal consequences. A life lived with purpose, a death she desires with peace. Dame Esther's plea is not just about the right to die, but the right to die with dignity, free from unnecessary suffering. Reflecting on her own mortality, she shared, "I'm watching the spring flowers come out, thinking, this is probably my last spring. These moments with my grandchildren are precious. They may be the last memories they have of me." The raw honesty of her words underscores the urgency of her mission. She is not seeking death. She is seeking control, peace, and the ability to face the inevitable with grace. Her desire is simple yet profound: to have a pain-free, dignified death surrounded by the people she loves.